And this is a video review on DC Direct Elseworld Superman Red Sun Superman. This one in particular is actually President Superman, so this is him later in his career. The two figures I'm actually missing from the Red Sun line is the younger Superman, which actually has obviously he's younger. He has a more traditional looking Superman costume, and he does have a Russian flag with him. But I actually do favor this design just because it's aesthetically it's a lot more. It's very different than his standard costume. So yeah, a quick height measurement on this guy. Let's bring him back a bit, and hopefully he doesn't fall. He stands almost right at 7 inches. So pretty good size to him. Pretty well in scale with other DC Direct or DC Collectibles figures. And speaking on that, let's have him beside New 52 Superman. And see, like, the proportions are a bit more different, but I mean, scale's pretty much the same. With another, well, this is DC Universe Classics or DC Unlimited. It's more standard 6-inch scale, and so you can see significantly taller. And if I bring in someone from his line, here is Batman, and yeah, these two look great together. Pretty awesome. See, I really like the design of this guy. I like I like his overall pose. I mean, granted, he's just kind of standing there holding the head of Brainiac, but you can see that off my side. But he has a very just the way he's hunched. He's kind of like naturally imposing. Let's get that out. So let's take a closer look. Please stand. And also, yeah, speaking of which, he does come... Where did I put that? He does come with his own stand, like the others. So you have Elseworld. Mine's a bit dusty. President Superman, Superman Red Sun. And this came out in 2006, so this is one of the earlier ones. Or it came out a year earlier than the others. But there we go. Just hopefully it doesn't fall. Let's take a closer look. His face there, and you can see the way his eyebrows are done and the way they're sunken in the sculpt. You know, it kind of always gives him kind of just, they're always in the shadow. He's looking down on you, and I think that look is great. You see like a receding hairline right there. This curl is a separate piece. It is a hard plastic though, so I would recommend being careful with it. So if you're moving around and you're packing it up, be extra careful with this, because I have seen like 1 or 2 reviews where they mentioned it broke off, so just be cautious of that. But great sculpt on that, man. And you can definitely see, yeah, like I said, with the hairline and whatnot, he's definitely an older Superman. Right there. And he also, I like the collar. I don't know why. I just do. You have the stars right there. Go down a bit. You see his chest symbol. Very nicely done. I like this overall color scheme for him. There we have the map, and this is I love the way this is done too. It's tempoed on. My cape has a few scratches, but it's fine. This is a rubber cape. It's attached on his shoulders, so there's that. And you can see his symbol also on his belt. And look at that musculature, man. Look at that. Look how defined that is, and especially even the minor wrinkles. Very cool. And he has very glossy gloves and whatnot. Got his legs right there. And glossy boots. And if you want to see the back, you know, there's the back of the figure. I just noticed these sculpted lines in here. Actually, I'm only noticing this now. Yeah, these lines are kind of running down all the way to his suit, kind of like track pants. But it's my first time noticing that. Neat. And here we're just taking a closer look at the accessory he comes with. I'm just holding this by here just so my hands aren't blocking. This is Brainiac's head, completely ripped off. You got a nice translucent green on there. Got some blues, some purples, and yeah, a lot of nice sculpt work on here. I actually do, in the light, the translucent green really, it really shines. I guess, if that makes sense. Yeah, it looks really nice. And you got the wires there. The wires are just solid gray color. Nothing too special. Not much variation in that. But this head looks great. Now getting him to hold it, it's you kind of have to find the right spot. First of all, just to touch on the articulation before I get into it. His arms don't swivel at the glove or anything. So this hand, which is made specifically to hold it, it's always stuck in this weird angle. So I found the actual proper way he can hold it is to just kind of slip his index finger in between these two. You can't see that. There we go. Yeah, just slip his index finger in between there, and then just kind of rest it. You can kind of press it in there, and see, it doesn't always, but it'll stay enough. Actually, oh no, there you go. Yeah, just move it forward a bit, and it'll stay pretty well. Yeah, that fits in well. And we just zoom in. As you saw him holding it earlier, it looks pretty awesome. Just him holding a severed head. That looks great. Now, articulation for this guy, you know the drill. DC Direct, older figures, not that great. Great display pieces, not great figures. So the head is only on a swivel, and a very tight one. I don't want to move any further. His arms are on a hinge. They do move up only that much. It looks like this one goes further, but I think that's just the sculpt of the arm. You can see no bicep swivel, single jointed at the elbows, and also, yeah, his arms do move forward and back. Hindered by the cape here. I mean, granted, it is like a rubber or soft plastic, but you can only go so far due to the thickness of it. And you can have him kind of like raise his arm in command and whatnot. His elbows, yeah, they don't bend too far. Nothing at the waist. But man, that sculpt looks awesome. His legs, they don't move out at all. Just T-joints barely move forward. Like, that's the equivalent of a walking pose. I'm assuming they don't move. They don't move back at all, actually. Never mind. I would have figured they would, but they don't. And single bend in the knee, which is not even 90. Not that great. And also nothing in the boots. No ankles, no calf swivel, nothing there. And yeah, the lack of a boot swivel, because that was still sort of standard on at least DC Direct's figures. Like, despite their limited articulation, they still had simple joints like that. I feel like that would have helped on this, just because you saw me, having trouble standing, and that can be helped by either putting him on his stand or just kind of leaning him forward. I think it's a problem due to his hunch, where I don't know the mass of his is just kind of leaning him slightly backwards. I know that should lead him forward, but due to the weird stance of his legs, you know, it's kind of there's kind of nothing holding him there. So it's kind of always wanting to lean back. And I'm just want to double check something because I feel like I had to do this. And also, yeah, peg holes there. Yeah, when I initially got this, the peg hole was actually really loose, so I had to thicken that up with some clear coat. But yeah, there he is on his base. Let's move. Can I move him back? Yeah, there we go. Here he is on his base. Let's put Brainiac back in hand. Like, and here's just a shot of all, at least the 3 figures I do have, standing together. And you know, these designs and this display I think looks really great. Actually, the guy I bought them from, when I picked them up, they were, he had some of his, they were actually still on display, so he had a shelf, a clean shelf just full of the these guys and whatnot, and they look really nice together, and they look really nice together here. So I do hope to pick up the regular or the younger Superman, and hopefully I'll find Wonder Woman one day. She seems to always be the toughest one to find. I'm not sure if that's distribution or whatnot, or just I'm glad people like Wonder Woman, but man, I want a figure too. But yeah, there they are. As of right now, my Red Sun figures. It's not the ideal trinity that I want. I mean, I like Hal Jordan, but he's not the major player here. So yeah, but there he is. DC Direct Elseworld Superman Red Sun President Superman.